attack from with some Zerglings without getting caught in. He has really good Overlord coverage here, so a drop can happen even though it doesn't happen too often on Protoss. Those sentries scare him off, and as you can see over here, he got the evolution chamber up. He hasn't started his level 1 upgrade yet, though his Roach Warren is up and production. He is making Spinecrawler and 10 more Zerglings. That should put some decent harass out. So he has that nice place to Spinecrawler, so he can't move in. Is just getting harass and just trying to search around with those Zerglings as he's getting his natural nexus going up. And you can see he still only has the 3 gateways, though he is just going for vision with that pylon there. And Dice here, he's looking for going to early Zergling and Roach push maybe. He is saving up on a fair amount of minerals here as he puts another hatchery. He's going into 3 hatch right away. He sees Protoss here is expanded, doesn't have much for units to actually attack through it, just has a lot of defensive units, so Dice knows what to do. He just takes that hatchery and expands even further. Now you can see down here Exotica does have that natural up in his base. He still only has 3 gate. Dice knows he has to see what's up. Actually he's got a 4 gate now, so he brings that Overlord in. He's suiciding it, and you can see good force fields there trying to catch those Zerglings off. Though I think Dice only wants those Zerglings to figure out what Exotica hasn't planned for him here. As you can see, he's just getting pylons all over. Still has only 4 gate, though he's got 3 gas going. Dice over here, he's got 2 stalkers in the way. He's got droning, he's got melee attack coming up there, and he's got lair tech coming up too. As he's just expanding his creep. If we look at units right now, he's got 49 drones to 40, though it looks like Exotica wants to put on some early harass here. We do see he's got 5 roaches versus all these sentries and stalkers. It's going to be hard to do. He does cut off any supply coming through here. Ooh, force field kind of blocked himself out of that one. You can see him pulling the drones here. He's got a bunch of Zerglings on the way. And you can see he's gonna fall off. His drones are actually pushing him away. He's got still 12 Zerglings in the making right now. Production, Exotica actually isn't making anything. There you can see it goes up. You get some probes and a robotics facility going up during all that. Though he's got more stalkers that I just pumped out. Dice is trying to trap a couple and get this roach damage onto them, though I don't think it's going to happen. So he does pull back, but he's got his 3rd up. He's going to have that queen to it very soon. And it looks like Exotica, he's pretty heavy on roaches and some Zerglings here. And right now Exotica only has, it's still 47 drones to 38, and he only has 5 stalkers and 3 zealots versus these, 10 roaches and 13 Zerglings. So he would need some pretty good force fields to pull through this. You can see some more stalkers came up. He's got up to 7 now. If we look at spending, economy, Dice is way in the lead. Technology and army, that's where Exotica is in the lead. If my stream's lagging, let me know. I don't know if it is or isn't. It shouldn't be, but I don't know. So you'll have to let me know on that. I'm going to close some things that might be pulling a little bit of bandwidth. Alright, I'm back. And you can see he's getting that 3rd up, got double gas on it. And we go back to production. Oh, he's bringing out some immortals, but we have Dice here. He's bringing out 2 Spinecrawlers, a couple more Overlords. He's got level 2 attack, which is really, really strong, but he's got these Spinecrawlers up and a bunch of Zerglings. And we don't see a Spire up coming up yet, even though he is up to lair tech. He's just kind of playing this one defensively. He knows he's got the 3 base compared to his 2 base. Though Exotica knows he has Immortals are going to help him out tons. You can see he's warping in a lot more Stalkers. I don't know if he's going to try and go for a push here. Looks like he wants to. He's going to be... Dice is going to be scouting with some Zerglings though. But let's go take a look over here. Rob's Guns. I don't know if you guys have shopped there before, but it's got some pretty good units there. But let's get back to the fight. You can see Exotica's pushing. Dice completely saw that. Goes into production. Tons of Zerglings coming through. And he's just kind of sitting on the creep. Nowhere. Doesn't have very many Zealots though, but look at all those Zerglings. Those are going to swarm around and basically take care of those Immortals if they can. Those force fields are looking to play. You can see he's got Spine Crawlers, he's got Micro Hatch in the back. You can see the Spires coming up. Though he's got a ton of Roaches coming in. He wants to just wait until he gets those Roaches up before he wants to fight. But look at those force fields around those units. Zerglings can't get anywhere, but he's got Roaches all the way around now. You can see that Observer though. He's got more Stalkers coming through. Though I think Dice is going to pull through right here. On Production tab, he's got more Zerglings, more Roaches coming through. Right now Exotica's only got 3 units here. He's warping in some more Sentries and Stalkers here, and he is pulling his 3rd, so Dice is going to try and do a push with his Roaches. He does have 1800 gas, which is huge, but he did, like I say, he got that Spire attack. Now all he needs to do is, if he wants to drone up, get a mass Muta push, and he does see his 3rd. I believe Dice will be able to take this 3rd from him, but we don't know for sure. Well, can't really tell yet. Though we will figure this out very quickly. We look at units lost. Exotica's lost 50 units, as Dice has lost 137, but Exotica's lost about 2,000 minerals more. And production right now, we do finally see the damage level 1 coming up from Exotica, though we do have 13 Mutalisks and that +1 damage coming in from Dice. Those are going to put some heavy harass in his main. You can see that they're right there pulling away. He's bringing his army. I don't know if he's pushing those Roaches now while he's harassing with these Mutas. So he's going to be trying to take this 3rd as he's got this Muta harass down here. So we'll see how that goes. He does pull the Mutas, you can see the Observer, but he's putting that harass on the 3rd though. He's got to get out. A few force fields going to cut that army in half very fast. Though we have 112 to 176 supply, which is huge. Mutas, with that close a distance base-wise, it's just going to harass all day. He's going to need to keep these Stalkers here and not be able to leave them. But Dice, that Observer right there really sees it. Though let's look at Exotica's map vision. He only sees in his few bases here. He does see those Mutas all over. Though with Dice, he is pulling in from the 3rd. And it looks like Dice comes out with the win. I believe my Skype closed on me, which is kind of weird. Doesn't happen too often. And Dice comes out with that win. So we do see, I believe, Dice take over Exotica. Now, as I say, viewers, if you want, hop in, join the chat, and let me know what you think and don't like. Yes, I have someone else coming to cast with me. Fuck yes. Let me add him as friends. There we go. Yes. Pass. Vent pass is Sexy MF, I believe. Tora, make sure you get me in the next game, please. And I will love you. Just want to throw that out there. I do have piano music playing. If you don't like the piano music, let me know. So, Alex Kang. I'm gonna give him a call right now. Ooh, that's really loud. Sorry for that, if that's really loud.
Hello?
Hey, what's up there, Candide?
Alright, what's up? Okay.
Not much. I don't know if you watched the cast last game or if you're in it. I don't know if it was
I
good
was
or
in the
bad.
game last game.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah. How'd you think of it, or what'd you think of it?
I thought that what DICE did is he saw all Exotica, he just went early to sentries, like tons of sentries. They're not going to be able to do much damage, so DICE went and took that third, and then just started getting all his gas and defended a push and muta spammed and took away Exotica's third, and he was just free to expand and harass all day with that close air.
Yeah, definitely that's pretty much what happened. This essentially, like, what Exotica did was actually pretty standard 3-gate expand. You know, you get a bunch of sentries out because those force fields are really important in holding off, you know, Massling, Baneling, Roach, whatever kind of all in that DICE could throw at him. But DICE decided to go the macro route, and so Exotica's job from there was to try to deny the third. But I personally think that he just approached that really poorly. With three immortals like Stalkers, Sentry, it's not going to do very well against, you know, a massive amount of creep and Ling, +2 Ling. So,
well, with all the things Zerg could throw at him, I'm not sure would it be optimal for him to rush out an observer and make sure he has a vision of everything that's coming to him. Then he can basically counter.
like, it really depends because the metagame's kind of like up and down, dicey, you know, puns. Anyways, like with the current metagame being, Protoss has to do this kind of really strong timing attack to deny the third or to kill the Zerg, while the Zerg has to try to macro and defend this timing attack. But there's a lot of strong Protosses who can out macro the Zergs, and then, you know, it becomes this back and forth. Exotica seems to kind of be in the, like, the really weak metagame, where a lot of Zergs know how to defend these kind of weird timings with a lot of gateways and like a robo, like, you know, maybe 2 immortals and a bunch of gateway units, like 8 gates or whatever.
Yep.
So I think Exotica really kind of just played the weaker metagame. I'm not sure. We'll have to see what their other Protosses do.
Like, as fights were happening, I feel like DICE had a much stronger macro game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what can you say? I get. All in all, I think Exotica pushed his luck, and like he definitely tried. Like I said, it's like one of the most outdated things to do at this point is to directly attack them, and so he did it, and that's what ended up happening. You can't. There's nothing to do but just watch him. You know, like there's a billion different ways you could have played that scenario, and he played probably one of the weaker ways. So.
Well, I feel what really happened is he just started falling behind in supply so fast. I mean, at surrender there, he was almost down by 70 supply.
Yeah, I mean, definitely though, you have to keep in mind that roaches inflate your supply so much because they're 2 supply per roach, and so 25 roaches is 50 supply, which could easily sway, you know, back and forth. So you have to be kind of aware of that, but nothing too big. We should definitely see. I think they're gonna play another Protoss, so that'd be interesting to see.
That will be.
So, on Shakur's Plateau.
How familiar are you with LagTT?
LagTT, I'm not 100. I had a friend in LagTT, but I'm not super familiar with them. I know a couple of them that were in LagTT and left. And that's pretty much it. They have sponsors. That's all I know. They're an established team. They're one of the. They're kind of like Vile before Vile blew up with, you know, good runs at MLG, basically. They have the sponsors, and they have, you know, the players. They just need to have that one, like, good month where everyone's, like, aware of who they are.
That's true, that's true. Now, I'm kind of new to the StarCraft 2 scene, though. I'm a Terran player. You can call me OP if you want.
Okay. I'm Terran player too. High five.
High fives. And the thing I can't stand about Zerg, laying